Hi. He's fast asleep. Oh. Guys, I'm starting the vlog. I like totally forgot that I wanted to start the vlog today because I took the weekend off because it was Easter. I don't do anything really big for Easter. I talked about that in my ASMR video. Like, I did literally the same thing that I do every Sunday. I mean, still at Easter, spend it with your family, and that's what I do on Sundays, is spend time with my family. And yeah, it was fine. It was a good old time. Yeah, the vibes lately, I don't know if it's just because it's spring or, you know, something in the atmosphere, just have been spot on. But as y'all saw, we did go to Petco today, and Homer the cat was still there. So like, if y'all are in South Carolina, there was the cat rescue name on there. So if you guys want to look them up and potentially adopt him, do that. I saw some birds as well. They were, oh, I don't know what kind of bird that they were, but they had names and everything. So they were super cute, and they were definitely, like, looking at Penny, it was so funny. But I am reading, so I'm starting 3 books today. Why? He only sits to push open that door, and then I can hear the TV from the other room, and it distracts me when I'm reading. But I am still reading How High We Go in the Dark, so that is a short story collection. Yeah, I wasn't sure after I started reading. I was like, this isn't feeling like a short story collection, but it is. It's a science fiction one. It came out last year, and it is like a pandemic novel, not COVID, but it's the permafrost. Is it called permafrost? I think in Siberia, how y'all are, sure, y'all are aware that it's melting, and so they're finding like mammoths and that kind of thing, humans under that. And in the book, the diseases from that spread, and there are diseases that are messing with people's organs and all that. I'm not going to go into like exact detail because spoilers. And so the novel spans decades so far. I'm on the third, or not novel, the collection spans decades of this pandemic and how the world changes from it. Oh my gosh, I see Delilah and she's just a toy hanging out her mouth. But I am enjoying it. It's like a 3-star. I'm not absolutely loving it or anything yet. And then I start a sequel today. This is the Check Please series, and this is Sticks and Scones. This is a hockey graphic novel, and it is about Biddle. That's his, what do they call him? It doesn't say his name, but the blonde guy. He is a figure skater from Georgia. That's really prevalent in here. Turned hockey player. And it is about him coming to terms with his sexuality and just coming of age, and I mean, changing sports and just experiencing college and those kind of experiences. And it's really wholesome, and he's a YouTuber, a vlogger, so it's kind of fun to read about somebody who is, like, you know, has the same hobbies and interests as you. So that's what I'm reading right now. I'm about 90 pages into it, but I did want to start the vlog because I totally meant to. Let me show y'all this dog. She had her head back and was holding that stick up in the No, she has both of her purple sticks. Highly recommend, if you have a chewer, these purple sticks from Kong. On the Facebook group I'm on for Catahoulas, multiple people have these. They come in different colors too. She has a blue one out. Oh, the blue one is back there, but she is having the time of her life right now. Okay, so I got to page 145. Okay, so I'm gonna put that all into Goodreads and I'll tell y'all what percent. And yeah, the thing is, there's just so many words on a page. Like, I know, like, I read novels all the time, but like, this is a lot of words for me. Like, I feel like this is just all over the place, and it's kind of a bit much for me, if I'm being honest. So I don't know, but okay, 145. I don't give star ratings to graphic novels anyway. So I read 43%, which is pretty good in my book. I'm going to be starting a new book during the intermissions. It's a nonfiction, so doing nonfiction for mood reading is something I haven't done in quite some time, and this is the last one that my dad picked out for me for my mood reading, and this is also one that he got me for Christmas, so that is fun. And then the other book I'm starting today was also a gift, but not like a Christmas gift. It was just a random thing that my grandma saw at the bookstore and was like, I would probably want that, so she got it for me. But I'm gonna go eat dinner while I watch the first period. Yeah, I was like, is that what they're called? Yeah, that's what they're called. So yeah, there's only 3 more games of the regular season and then the playoffs. I'm terrified for the playoffs. I'm not going to the first round, to let y'all know, because I can't go next week. But I do hope, it just depends how far they go in the playoffs, that I will go to a playoff game. Knock on wood, because that'd be awesome. And that's just in general, and like all of sports. I've been to a playoff NASCAR race, but I've never been to any playoff hockey, baseball, football, none of that. So it is on my bucket list to go to playoffs and something. I almost went in 2018 when the Dodgers played the Braves, which was perfect because that's my team. They're playing the team that's my like hometown team. And then a guy had to do a mass shooting, and I had to go through all that trauma. And yeah, it was the same week that this mass shooting happened in my town. Like, I've gone into that story before, and yeah, so where it was like one of the worst things to happen to me. So my anxiety was so bad, and I was like, I don't want to go in a stadium with 30,000 people the same like 2 days after going through a shooting. So yeah, sucks, like, dude. But I know that's me being like selfish kind of, because like people died. But yeah, so I would like to go to the playoffs one day. So if you're one of my teams that I pull for, do it. Go to the playoffs and play a team near me. Thanks. Okay, so we are on our first intermission. Penny is barking because, you know, she's taking her bathroom break outside and has to bark at everything, even while she's going to the bathroom, TMI. But the book that I am starting for my mood read is A Year in the South, 1865, the true story of 4 ordinary people who lived through the most tumultuous 12 months in American history, and this is by Stephen V. Ash. So I think this follows people from all different parts of society, different races, and different genders. So yeah, we have a slave determined to gain freedom, a widow battling poverty and despair, a man of God grappling with spiritual and worldly troubles, and a former Confederate soldier seeking a new life. So 1865, a lot went down. And obviously at this time period, we all, if you're human anyway, you might be a robot, I don't know, but if you're human, you had family alive at this time. And in my case, they were here in the South, and yeah, and a lot of stuff happened then. So all the men who were like adults of that generation did go to war in my family. And then some in like the next generation. I don't know what generation to tell y'all that is, because I'm like, how do I like, you know, we don't have names after like my grandma's generation, but how I'm like Gen Z. Yeah, I'm Gen Z. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what to call the generation. So yeah, just to think of how people lived back then, and especially after a war, and it being in the United States. And I feel like there's still a lot of tensions to this day because of this war, which I'm not going to get into that because people get heated, and I want to be chill. So I just want to see how different people live their lives, and that is what we are going to do here with this book. Okay guys, so I know you're gonna have a hard time hearing me because I have the bath running, and like before I walked in here I was supposed to record. So I read 17 pages in like the 1865 book, and I am liking it so far. It was literally only the preface and prologue, so I think I probably even read more than that. Just the preface pages didn't count. They were in Roman numerals, you know. So I am going to be starting a classic tonight because April is a month that I focus on reading classics, and it is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. So 2 Leo Tolstoys. We read one last month, and then we're reading one this month. I don't even know what this is about. I think it's like a rich woman falls in love with somebody who is like lower in the society rankings than she is. I'm not 100% though, so that's what I think it's about. So that's my ebook. and I'm going to be listening while I edit my video and then like read it on the ebook as well after I edit my video. Another day where it's late when I'm picking up the camera because I have been so busy. So I had to edit videos and then I had to take Fred to the vet, just a wellness check. Literally the only thing they did was weigh him. And they loved his bow tie and his carrier that you kind of saw. I recorded him in the car. He was like the only cat there. Literally it was like all dogs, but I love seeing other animals. So I do have to go back to the vet later. Next week for the dogs, or for just Delilah. But then I went to Texas Roadhouse, so I ate, and is Dinah on my makeup and good? I can't tell if that's tan lines or what. But then I went to Texas Roadhouse and I have to start reading right now at 5:30 because again we do have a hockey game tonight, which is the last home game of the regular season. It was kind of difficult to decide which one to watch, but I'm just going with this team because I feel like, and it's not this one, it's not that team, but I'm going with the Canes because I don't think they'll make it as far into the playoffs as the Leafs will, but I mean, you never know. Sports are a wild thing, so that's what we're going to do, and who knows how the playoffs will play out. But I am still reading Check Please, and I've already read for an hour today in here, and then I read, I read a story on how high we go in the dark. Is that what's called? Yeah. And it was about, they are, well, even today in real life and on science fiction, they do transplants with like pig organs into humans because that's like the closest animal organs to human organs, I guess. I might be wrong on that, I'm not a scientist. Like I remember they put like a pig heart on somebody in like Baltimore, yeah, because Johns Hopkins University probably, and that guy ended up dying. But that's what they're doing in this book, is they think using pig organs, and they're doing tests on I think all kinds of animals, but pigs to use this organ transplant. So as I told you, there's like a pandemic in the book, and it's just like this pig and how he's an animal in a lab and all that, and it was so emotional. Like that bumped it up to a 4-star, so I am loving that collection. But I'm also reading Check Please, and I want to finish it today. I don't know, not all of that is story that's left. Some of it is just, y'all know comic books have all that stuff in the back of like drawings that maybe got scratched, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is really wholesome, but again, there is just so many words on a page that it's kind of difficult for me to like focus, I guess is how to say it. But I'm going to get into this now, and I'm going to be doing the cycle as I do it, and check back in with y'all later. I finished up Sticks and Scones, and I don't give star ratings to graphic novels, but if I did, I think it would be like a 3.5, 3.75. When will I start giving star ratings? I do not know, but that got me to 40% of the way to my rating goal. And the next graphic novel I'm going to read is Heartstopper. I got this on Black Friday, so I got it for like, I don't know if I got this for free because it would have been 20% off anyway, but I got some book for free. It might have been this one, but I know Heartstopper is extremely popular when it was a webtoon and then graphic novel, then a TV show. So I've not seen the TV show because I've owned this and I was like, I have to read it first before I watch the show. So that is what's going to happen, but that's going to be like next month when we get to that. Ooh, I didn't realize like how it's all like the same. I've read other graphic novels like that. But I do need to get what book we're starting next, which will be tomorrow. I know it's still technically my reading time. It's a little past 6:30, but I'm not going to start a book and only read for 30 minutes. So we're going to be starting Breathless by Amy McCulloch tomorrow. Sorry, I'm getting the name wrong. Oh my gosh, my throat. Like me and Penny, it's just, our allergies are bad. The grass pollen, y'all can't see it. It's so bright. It looks kind of green, but it's very high here all week, like for the rest of the week. So hopefully we do get rain on Friday. So hopefully that will like wash the pollen away. But my voice keeps going in and out and I'm like, it's so annoying. I have to keep clearing my throat. And yeah, as I said, Penny, it's called a reverse sneezing in dogs. I think I talked about it yesterday. And allergies and there was something else. I think it said allergies and irritations cause that. And it stresses me out. I get freaked out when it happens, even though it's like the equivalent of humans having hiccups, as in like nothing, it's not dangerous, it doesn't damage anything, but it sounds really bad. So now I understand. Penny and all my pets actually, but mainly dogs, get anxious if I burp or have hiccups, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. Like, it just, light bulb just went off of how I get scared when she's having her reverse sneezing. Certain breeds are more prevalent to it, and she's like mixed with 2 of those breeds, so but that, so I understand now why she gets scared when I hiccup. It's the same reason I get scared when she has her reverse sneezing. But yeah, so hopefully this pollen goes away, because in this house, the women are not having fun with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch the game. It starts at 7, but they do have the pregame on right now. And I just realized they were showing the players coming out for warm-ups. I'm like, where I sat at my first game this season, you could have probably seen me on TV. But I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know if that game was on TV, because sometimes they're not. Yeah, but I'm getting way sidetracked because I just like to ramble. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit, just probably scroll on my phone until the game starts, and then I'm gonna eat dinner when the game starts as well. But we'll read this one on intermissions, and yeah. Okay, that game went very well. I had a pretty good time watching it. So I read 30 pages in this book, and just thinking about, like, behind this book of, imagine your country being at war, because luckily in America we haven't had like war on our own soil. I was combining territory and soil, like, since this. Maybe not, I don't know. But, and like, how do you come back from that? Like, what do you do? Like, be like, yeah, that happened. Like, that's just so crazy to me. But I will be getting into Anna Karenina again tonight. I read like 5% or 6% last night. Again, you have to remember with classics, the majority of that is, or, well, okay, the majority is the story, but some of that, like in the back, is notes. Yeah, notes and all that kind of thing. So not all of that is actually part of the novel, but I'm really confused. So the description talks all about this woman, Anna Karenina, getting with, I say like getting, that sounds like so bad when we're talking about Victorian ages, with Count Vronsky. Sorry, I'm like looking at an angle and all that, but I'm like, there's been nobody in the first 5% with those names, so I'm really confused. I'm like, the book description is not matching what I'm reading, but again, I'm only 5% into, I think it's like 864 pages, the copy that I have is. So I'm like, when is that story going to start happening? I don't know, but hopefully we'll find out tonight. I'm going to edit what I have of this vlog so far, and then see y'all sometime later. This is what BarkBox Day looks like. So I let her choose one toy at a time, and she picked out this cow, which is kind of fitting since she's part cattle dog. So it's like a farm theme this month. Like, there was a toy corn. She had a hard time deciding which one, but she finally decided on the cow. I let her take it out of the box, and this is what she decided on. She already took off one ear. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. We haven't filmed a clip in here in a while, so sorry for the bad lighting. That's just how it is in this room. So I want to show y'all everything that I got at Target. So first things first, sunscreen, because I always have it on my face, the lotion kind, but never on my body. And since it is pretty much warm weather all the way out now, even though you should wear sunscreen all the time. But yeah, so toothpaste. Then I was only gonna get one book, but ended up getting 2. So this is actually the second one I got, but y'all know I am doing reading Taylor Jenkins Reid's books in publication order. So this is the next one, and it was on sale, and it's called After I Do. And then this one, I had it released this year. I don't remember exactly which month, but I had it on my listen, and it kept saying on the app that Target had it in stock, but it was not on the shelf. But today it finally was. And in April, I'm not limiting myself to how many books I can buy, so I'm probably gonna be buying a book every week. So this is The Mitford Affair by Marie Benedict, and this is historical fiction between the world wars, and we know I like that time period. Then I totally did not expect them to have out the summer and like Memorial Day, 4th of July decorations out yet. They are still getting them out, but I did go ahead and pick up like the birds and some other things because they sell out quite fast. So I wanted to get my hands on them before they do so. So first in the dollar spot, I got these little seagulls, which these are not like the official Target seasonal birds, but they're super cute. Like, cannot pass up on these. I'm still looking for the bullseye figurine. Didn't see him today, but I'm gonna keep looking. So these seagulls. Then I got these 3. I usually wouldn't get 3, but I did. So the first one I got is more of the 4th of July, Memorial Day, and these are all the Sun Squad brand at Target. So these are like little firecrackers. Then this one is a hamburger and hot dog. And then this one, I think just has such a like 60s mid-century Florida feel, probably California too, but these oranges, just really like that aesthetic. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people hating on the word aesthetic, just saying that like my generation uses that, and I'm like, sorry, y'all can't use big words. But then I got 3 of the birds, so I feel like there's probably 4 birds in the line, so I need to really check to see if there is 4, because I feel like it's usually 4, except for Christmas is when they do like 8. So again, I do have to check that. And it is all on the Target app and website, which they're probably sold out on those, but they do restock, so do be sure to check that out. So our first one here is Melly, very festive or patriotic festive for those summer holidays, super cute. Then we have Tangy, so beach one, bathing suit, camera, that kind of thing with a little bow. And then our last one is Diver, and obviously he's a scuba diver. And oh, look at his little feet, because he has the little, I don't know what those are called, but yeah, so I'm not putting these out yet. I'm gonna have my Easter decorations out till the end of the month, and then put my these out at the start of May, because Memorial Day is still a long way out, so I don't want to just have those decorations out for so long. But that is everything I got at Target today. I am reading, so I started a book, and we will talk about that more at 6. Okay, so let's talk about the book that I started today. So it was Breathless by Amy McCulloch, or is, I don't know why I said it in past tense. So yeah, I have a huge mess back here. It's a thing. But this book is a thriller. It literally says on the cover, a thriller, and I'm like, why? But it's a thriller, and it is this like mountain climbing expedition thing. So this girl has tried to climb mountains before, Kilimanjaro, and then like the 3 peaks like UK challenge. Basically you climb the highest thing in England, Scotland, and Wales, highest thing, mountain. But she's never been successful with it. And she leaves that behind and is a writer now, like a travel writer. So she gets the job of interviewing this guy, Charles McVie, and he's like very, like, he's climbed Mount Everest, he's done like all these really high mountains, like in the Himalayas, I mean all over the world, but we're in the Himalayas in the story. And he does it without oxygen tanks and all that, because he's very like old school. And she goes on this expedition with him. It's a big crew of people, but so she goes to interview him, and people start mysteriously dying. So they're like, is it just because on expeditions people die? Like, we are in the Himalayas, the highest mountain range in the world, accidents happen? Or is there suspicious, like, or is somebody murdering everybody? As it's a thriller, that's probably what's happening. So I am like 60 some pages into it. I want to read probably another 60 today in the next hour and a half. I'm not loving it. Like, I'm not gripped yet. Like, I don't care for anything here. For the characters, plot, nothing is really gripping me yet. I mean, by that plot, it sounds really intriguing, but I'm not gripped by it yet. So that, I feel like the character is going to be annoying though. Like, I just kind of have that urge. Like, it seems like she can do no wrong, of her just blaming a lot of people in her life. horror thing, so I don't know if that's going to be the case because we're not that far into it, but I am going to get back to reading Breathless now. Okay, so I'm done reading in here for the day in Breathless. So I got 125 pages, which was 19 chapters. So that's exactly how much I wanted to read. And my only new thought, I'm not going to say names of characters or anything, so don't worry. I think they're trying to paint this one guy to be the killer, but I don't think he's going to be the killer. I think he's going to be like the guy who saves the main character from the killer, and he'll probably die, you know, because it's just tropes and thrillers. And I should say this is also the author, what is her name, Amy McCulloch's first adult book. She's written children's and young adult books. And I've started to think about redoing my rating system. Well, not redoing it completely, but I never give 1 stars unless I absolutely hate a book. But then I was like, 2 stars are for books I don't feel anything for. So what if it's just a book that I don't like? I don't hate it, but I don't like it. So I think my 1 star is going to be hate or don't like. And then the 2 star will be I didn't feel anything for. 3, I liked it, but it's not perfect. 4, I loved, and 5, masterpiece. So that's my new rating ranking system. Just wanted to let y'all know because I mean this might be 1 star, who knows, we'll have to see.